That means the right front is way too stiff, and they're trying to make it grab a little bit better, making it softer so it'll get a better bite getting in the corner, and kind of taking some bite out of the car so it'll get good grip going in the corner. So that car had too stiff a right front corner on it.
Ron Burns traveling 7,000 miles to run just a little less than 7 laps on this 1.5 mile track at Motegi. And there you see his number 26, the Caremore vitamin car. Looks like it needs some more vitamins out there.
Well, at least he got a bunch of guys who can fix it. His full-time job is as a reconditioner. They paint about 75 cars a day at his business, so bring it on home, Ron. They'll fix it for you.
You know, I was just watching a car really on the go is the number 2 of Rusty Wallace. He has come from 8th to 5th all of a sudden, and we just, he slipped through there so fast getting into the corners. He made up a lot of positions without getting noticed.
There is a guy who just can't get enough of racing. You come out here in the morning, and you find Rusty Wallace right there in the garage first thing.
Oh, and the last to leave. He is really wired. I tell you what, if he was a line of electricity, he'd be a 440.
Well, we've seen the retirement of 54-year-old Ron Burns out of Phoenix, Arizona. He's happy just to be here, that guy in that green and white car. He said, I've exceeded all my goals, not my dreams. Still wants to do some Winston Cup racing down the road. All right, as we ride with him for just a moment, again, you are at Motegi. It is in Japan, where Jeremy Mayfield has the advantage. You see Jeff Gordon there in second, and you see Jeff Burton, number 99, in third as we get ready for a go.
Ken, you can see how valuable it is to clean those tires off well. You see them going back and forth there, get that temperature up. This is a very hard tire.
Jeff Gordon lies in second. We asked Gordon about what he thinks his strengths are in racing.
Where I've really come along is to try to be a smarter driver, to know when to save the tires, when to save fuel, when to, you know, be patient, and when to be aggressive, when to really go for it. And it's not that, you know, you're sitting there and you're not driving hard the whole race. But what happens is you know the limits, and you can feel the limits of the tire. You just know when you're running over what that car is capable of.
Coming down into lap 10, back under green. And you've got Mayfield out in front. Looks like he's got his heart set on staying up on that point. Gordon lies right in second, and a very fired up Jeff Burton. In fact, all of these Winston Cup stars, it's bragging rights, folks, to win the first super speedway race outside of the United States. That's what this is all about. Put your name in the record book.
Here comes Rusty. Look at him on the inside of Skinner for fourth.
Skinner will roll out of the accelerator because this corner is so important. You cannot overrun it. They're back in the throttle, as you can well hear here, as they start up out of the corner hard in the throttle.
For the lead, Gordon back in front. And here comes the guy from Virginia. Bruce Lee colors. Anniversary of Bruce Lee's death 25 years ago. So he's got those black death colors, famed in the movies of Bruce Lee. And here he comes, Burton on the attack. Oh, he's ready to put a hand on Gordon, or at least a fender, or a foot.
All week long, that car has been one of the quickest in every practice. And look at it, handle right on that white line through the corner.
And he won last week in Homestead, Florida, the Busch Grand National race. Started 23rd in that one to win it. He's been starting well back in the field week after week and still finishing up front. Today, he's got an up front starting position and obviously a strong horse under him.
Here we are out of turn 4 and back into the main straightaway. Across the line they come. Gordon in front, Burton in second. Riding in third is Mayfield. It's Wallace in fourth, Skinner in fifth, and in sixth. There you have Darrell Waltrip with seventh, belonging to Bill Elliott. Just behind Elliott in the 94. Well, let's watch this for just a moment here as Mayfield is ready to come on the attack against 99.
You can see the front end losing a little bit of grip. The 99 there, he was handling so very well as the tires are getting hotter and hotter. seems to be pushing just a little bit from the center of the corner to the straightaway. He's losing a little bit of time to Gordon, our leader.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has got himself in 8th position at the present time. Our scoring has gone away, so we'll just pick them up as they come around for you. And we've got Earnhardt Jr. up into 8th, back straightaway in that Coca-Cola #1 car.
4th, 5th, and 6th right there. You can see Rusty Wallace right on the white line. Mike Skinner in the 31 fighting on the outside there. And Darrell Waltrip, a new inspiration to everybody in the garage area this week. He has just been walking on a cloud.
Well, he said he's never had a car with as much engine as that number 88 has got in it. He loves the Robert Yates power plant that's under his foot, and that thing handles incredibly well. That is Black & Decker for those of you who have followed the history of Robert Yates racing. Just about everybody who has ever driven for Yates has won with that car. And Waltrip won a whole lot of races in cars numbered 88 in the days he drove for Diecard.
Steve Burns can add.
Hey, Dick, you're exactly right. I talked to Darrell the other day. He said he won 29 races at Diecard Racing with Robert Yates as the engine builder. He said, in fact, he should have won the championship in 1979, but the driver, well, he said the driver wasn't mature enough to do it at that point.
You know, the thing that really makes you feel good about what he's doing right now is Dale Jarrett said, let's put him in this race car. He'll take care of it. He'll run it hard. A lot of people thought he was over the hill. You can see good equipment. He's not over the hill. He runs very well.
This is a critical race for Waltrip today in that 88. He needs to have a good showing here because it's a big question mark as far as 1999 is concerned. Hey, here comes Skinner. He's after Wallace. He's got him. Mike Skinner down the inside, and then Lowe's number 31 whips it down to the bottom of the racetrack and takes another position. Skinner coming on, goes into 4th.
He's been a great story here. Bounced the car off the wall in the first practice session, and they went to work, straightened it out. They had to change a whole bunch of parts on it. They don't even know if the frame is straight, but Skinner said maybe he ought to do that more often. The car ran better after he bounced it off the wall.
Sterling Marlin is up to 9th, and you've got Michael Waltrip now in 10th. Bobby Hamilton is 11th. Dale Earnhardt, the Giant, back there in 12th.
We have 2 groups right now, 3 cars that are running very, very well. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd right here. 4th, 5th, and 6th. But just behind them, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is on the move.
Trying to close up on Waltrip in the 88 is Dale Earnhardt Jr. There you see that number 1.
Battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Jeff Burton has really turned it up here. You can see on the outside there, Jeff Gordon trying to hold him off. You cannot do it from the outside. He loses 2 spots going into turn 1.
But, buddy, don't you think as this race goes on, they'll use up a little more track and be able to make it hang on the outside?
That's what they're trying to do right now, but you can see they're using a lot of racetrack up. You heard them say earlier they had to turn right, but right now they're having to turn left and hope that the car turns coming off turn 2. They're using all that back straightaway coming out of turn 2.
I'll make a prediction for you right now. In the year 2000, look for the Virginians to be back. Burton and Sadler with the Wood brothers, and of course everyone knows the story, I'm sure, in the U.S. that Mike Beam has left Bill Elliott to join Elliott Sadler for the '99 season. Look out for him really strong in 2000.